Hidden deep within the mountains lies a community where beauty, tradition, and identity are fused into a single symbol, a symbol worn not for years, but for an entire lifetime. A symbol that can never be removed. In this isolated village, the women carry golden rings around their necks, rings that mark the beginning of their story before they can even understand it. As young girls, they receive their first set, light, small, almost ceremonial. No one could imagine that, decades later, these same rings would shape not only the appearance of their bodies, but the path of their lives. To outsiders, the sight is mesmerizing, women walking with long, elegant silhouettes, their necks appearing impossibly extended, their jewelry shining under the sunlight. But behind this beauty lies a tradition built on weight, sacrifice, and devotion. As the girls grow, more rings are added. Not once a year, not according to age, but based on family decision and cultural milestones. The weight increases, slowly but steadily. Their shoulders adapt, their collarbones shift, and the muscles around the neck weaken over time. The process is painless, but permanent. Each new ring is a promise to their ancestors, to their community, and to the generations of women who came before them. From adolescence to adulthood, the golden coils become part of the body. They no longer feel like jewelry. They feel like bone. Like skin. Like identity. Visitors often ask the same question. Why don't they just take the rings off? But the answer is never simple. The rings do not choke or compress the neck. Instead, they push the shoulders downward little by little, altering the natural posture. Over the years, the muscles that once supported the neck grow weaker because they are no longer needed. The body adapts to the weight, and the rings become a structural part of everyday life, walking, sleeping, working, living. Removing them suddenly would be like removing a pillar from a house built over decades. The women know this. Their mothers knew this. Their grandmothers lived through it. For them, the rings are not a burden, they are beauty, tradition, pride. They symbolize resilience and femininity in a culture where identity is worn rather than spoken. Only around the middle of the day, as the sunlight softens, do they gather together. Sitting in circles, they talk, laugh, and help each other adjust the rings. For a few moments, the gold shines like fire. It is a calm ritual, repeated for centuries, unbroken by time. It is only then, surrounded by community and legacy, that the weight of their jewelry feels lightest. As the afternoon fades, the truth becomes clear. These rings cannot be removed not because they are locked, but because they have become part of who they are. Removing them would mean removing the story of their lives, the story written in metal, patience, and tradition. When night falls over the mountains, the women return home. The rings catch the last glimmer of daylight before everything turns dark. Another day ends, another day lived inside a tradition that outsiders may never fully understand. But in this village, beauty is defined not by modern standards, but by legacy. And legacy, once embraced, becomes impossible to take off. This is why these women cannot, and will not, remove their neck rings anymore.